Alrighty, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair. Finally, I can say this 143 is done. Another McCulloch for Kent. Again, he's got a real fondness for these old saws, and he's found some pretty damn nice looking ones. This saw presented a few challenges that definitely helped me bone up my knowledge of these damn things. So obviously it's a manual oiler only. This saw would be early 60s if I'm remembering correctly. There's your manual oil plunger, and basically what you've got to do, that rod runs all the way down here to a plunger that's contained in the base of the fuel tank. Now this part, half of the fuel tank, is also the bottom of the crankcase. So naturally, to get that off, you got to take the front cover off here. Then you can take that whole piece off. Then you can get access to that plunger. Well, there's two pieces. That's an aluminum plunger. There's an O-ring on the top for a seal, and then there's a cup midway. Well, that cup had completely disintegrated and was gone from this saw, so therefore it did not pump oil. These don't have a check valve like a lot of the newer ones did. That plunger and its location, or that rubber plunger and the location on the aluminum piece, is what allows it to push oil one direction, and then on the return stroke it'll suck a fresh charge of oil down in. So a little basic, I guess, by today's standards, for saws that have the, that had a manual oiler or have a manual oiler. They've got a series of little, ball seat check valves that are a little more reliable. But anyway, this guy is running good. You can see the chain's nice and wet. It's worn out. This is thankfully 404/63 gauge, so won't be hard for Kent to get a new one. But the real thing I'm impressed with, this fuel tank's not leaking. Now, in the video, you might be able to see there's a nice little line of gray right there. Could not find a gasket for this thing anywhere. So I took a leap of faith, and based on what I'd heard online from a lot of different guys, went out and got the Permatex MotoSeal. Now this is fuel resistant, and I know guys that swear up and down it'll seal a fuel tank. I'm ready to say they're right. Now that stuff has a 24-hour cure time if you follow the directions on the package. I gave this 48 hours because the first time I tried it, it did leak. So I'm not sure what that was all about. I would say just follow the instructions, put it on both of your pieces, lay them flat for a minute after you've brushed it nice and smooth, then put it together. Away you go. Like I say, it's holding fuel. It's held for over an hour now, and I would think if it was going to dissolve something and leak, it would have done that by now. But anyway, another arsenal for us old saw restorers who, if you can't get the gaskets, that MotoSeal appears to work pretty damn well. So if it'll resist fuel, it would resist oil as well. So tank gaskets, things like that, it would definitely do. Not sure it's rated for compression. I'd have to look into that a little bit more. I doubt this would replace a head gasket, but now that I think about it, there are some guys that have used it, like on the 360 Homelight, those crankcases have. So anyway, just something to keep in mind as you're doing a restoration. But Kent finally got this bad boy ready for you, and look forward to getting it back to you.